everybody, it's your boy Cool Blue. Hope everyone's having a great day. Today is March 9th, 2021, and today is episode 1 of the brand new channel. Okay, so welcome everybody. Very excited to be here. Very excited to start this channel. Been wanting to do this channel for a while. Finally sat down, finally got everything up and running. This is our first video slash test video, so bear with me. Um, but so for everyone who's watching this, thank you for taking the time to watch my video, to support the channel. If you do support the channel, hit the thumbs up button on the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, turn on that bell for notifications. You'll be notified anytime I do a live stream or post a video up on the channel. Now, to give you some information on what this channel is going to be about. This channel is going to be the official channel of your boy, me, Cool Blue, and we are going to use this channel, this platform, to talk about the Philadelphia Flyers of the National Hockey League. Okay, you might know them as the Fly Guys, the Orange and the Black, the Broad Street Bullies, but we're also going to be talking about Gritty and when there's not major Flyer news going around, we'll be talking about some other things around the league, such as trades, such as contracts, just top highlights, reaction videos to highlights throughout the league. So we'll dive into a lot of stuff on the channel. But just to get up and running and to get things going, we're going to be focusing on the Flyers. Now, I must say that in this season so far, the Flyers are I don't even want to say a headache. I don't even want to say they're fun to watch. All I want to say is they have been interesting. We're going to use the word interesting on the first episode of the channel. And the reason why they're interesting is because they have a record right now of 12-7-3. Now they're 12-7-3. On a typical year, I would say, hey, that's not bad. That's not a bad record, okay? And it's not. It's you're above 500. You've beaten some good teams. You can't beat Boston. We haven't been able to beat Boston yet this year, which is very, very annoying for anyone who's a Flyers fan. But as of right now, we are 22 games played. Now we are 12-7-3 with 27 points. We have a +2 goal difference, and we are 5th in the East. Okay, we're in 5th place with a record of 12-7-3. Now that, to me, that tells me, hey, we're a good team. But when you look at the rest of the bottom of the league, not the league, I'm sorry, the division, it tells me that we're just average. Okay, because you got New York Islanders sitting up top with 34 points. The Washington Capitals sitting there with 32 points. Boston sitting there at 29, who is also tied with the Pittsburgh Penguins. Now, it's March 9th. We're 22 games in. Most teams are 24, 25, depending on if they've been affected by COVID. Flyers have. So we take that into consideration when we look at the schedule, look at some of the losses that the team has taken. But we can't point the finger at COVID. We cannot point the finger of, hey, we're not a good enough team to beat Boston just because, our farm system's not good enough, our bench players aren't good enough. Every team is going through the same thing that we're going through. Now, it's not hit the same way on every team, but every team has to deal with these obstacles. They have to worry about COVID. They have to worry about the tight schedule, meaning I think we're playing 9 games in 12 days or something like that, which is crazy because that's not normal for hockey. And the schedule is completely different compared to previous hockey years. Normally you don't play Pittsburgh 4 times in 1 week. You don't play the Capitals 3 times in 1 week. That's usually not how it goes. And if you do play them like that, it's in a playoff series where you're out of the 3 games, you have 1 at home, and then you go on the road and there's days off. Now, this is a wild season. It's been fun to watch for the most part. Has it been a headache? uh, like I said, we'll keep the word interesting at bay for the time being. It's been an interesting season, but we're about almost at the halfway point. We're almost at the halfway point, and we're halfway through. Um, we're halfway through playing Boston. I believe we played them like 8 times already, or something like that. Or no, we play them 8 times, or we play them 9 times. We've already played them like five, or something like that. But yes, so this is where we sit right now in the division. Let's see what we are in the league, because I know in the leagues it's gonna look like we're really bad when it comes to the league. But the thing is, you go on a 3-4 game win streak, you're right back in top of the standings. That's how close everything is this year. So compared to the league, we are ranked 17th. 17th out of 31. I mean, yeah, there's some good teams out there in the West, which I'm not surprised about that because sorry, I'm not really surprised about that because there usually are good teams out in the West or in the North. I guess this year, I guess it's a little weird because everything is screwed up with COVID and the different divisions. But needless to say, the Flyers have a lot of work to do. Now, when we came into this season, there's a few things that I really wanted to look out for. I really wanted Konechny to get off to a hot start. I wanted him to kind of bounce back from the playoffs last year. The playoffs last year were not good to him. It was a very, very tough road in the playoffs for Travis Konechny. But he's a good player. He's a tough player. Very young, very talented. Like the guy on the roster. Don't want to get rid of him. One of my favorite players on the Flyers roster when it comes to the young guys. But um, he hasn't really lit it up the way that I would like him to. That's okay. I think that he's getting his game back. He got hit with the COVIDs. He was out for a little bit. And for any athlete, that's going to affect your stride. It's going to affect your routines, your physical shape. It's going to affect a lot of things. But he's a professional. I believe he will get his act together. I believe that he will have some good numbers by the end of the year. Um, Also, talking about the roster that we are playing with, there are some names that have been troubling and stats that have been troubling, and I'm not shy to bring them out. Okay, and we're just going to start with our captain, the G-Man, Claude Giroux. Yes, he is the leading player in assists since 2010. I think they showed the stats on the TV the other day. It's great to see it. Love to see it. It's been fun watching him accomplish that and achieve those numbers. But the one thing that really frustrates me when it comes to Claude Giroux is I don't know what it is, but in the playoffs he folds. In the playoffs, the numbers aren't there. Um, this year so far, I would like a little more out of him. You know, he also got affected. He got hit with the COVID. So I know, like I said, same thing with connecting. That um, takes you out of your game a little bit. And I don't want to use COVID against him. He does have some statistics on his side when it comes to assists. He's very up there in assists. Let's pull up those real fast. Uh, so he's up there with JVR, James Van Riemsdyk, and Jake Voracek, which there's no surprise there. Jake Voracek's always up there in assists. JVR is leading the team with 16. Claude Giroux is leading, or comes in at second to JVR with 14 assists, and third is Jake Voracek with 12. So there's nothing wrong with that. I like the fact that we have guys, veteran guys on our team. They are three vets right there. JVR, Claude Giroux, and Jake Voracek. They get the puck where it needs to go. Okay? My biggest concern with Claude Giroux is we are running out of time with capitalizing on his talents as the head man, as the captain, as the main guy on our roster. I worry about it. I'm frustrated. I I've been watching the Flyers for a very long time, and I just want them to win. I want them to be good. I want them to win. And it's been a very, very long road since they've been good enough to make it to the Stanley Cup Finals. So that's all I'm going to say for episode 1 on Claude Giroux. Um, Moving on, we have our defenseman issues. Now, I like Ghost. Shane Gostisbehere is a good player. I don't take his talents away from him. I just think that he is way too inconsistent. Way too inconsistent. Like there's some games where he just shines. He looks like a star out there. He looks like he's got everything figured out. And then there's other games where he just looks like he can't even skate. I don't know what it is. And now I know players have off nights. I understand that they have off games depending on who the opponent is. I'm sure there's a lot of things that go into it. But when I watch Shane Gostisbehere play hockey on the Philadelphia Flyers, I worry because his turnovers are greatly costly. They are massively, they have a massive impact on the games all the time. All the time. So, there's some guys that are coming up. Joel Farabee. Wow, I love watching Joel Farabee play. He's fast, he's aggressive, he skates hard, he plays the puck hard. He doesn't mind getting in there. He's got that little razzle dazzle. He's got that little guy, tough guy attitude. He reminds me of Konechny when Konechny was coming up. Now, I would love for Konechny to get that back because that's what made Konechny so good. And like I said, I think that will happen. It needs to happen sooner than later for the Flyers' sake because this is a shortened season. If this was a normal season duration of the 80 plus games, I would be a little less concerned, but it's not. So we have little time to fix what needs to be fixed. I want things to be fixed. I think they will get fixed. I like the coach. The coach has been doing great things for the team. The one thing I will say that I think a lot of Flyer fans can agree, and I think a lot of Flyer fans would agree, is their power play needs improvement. It needs a change. I just want to rip my hair out when I watch the Philadelphia Flyers power play on the ice. It's not good. Hasn't been that good in a while. And that you need that. You need to be able to score on the power play, and you also need to be able to kill penalties to win championships. And when I watch the Stanley Cup round every year, whether it's the Vegas Knights or it's the Washington Capitals or it's the Pittsburgh Penguins or it's the Boston Bruins or the St. Louis Blues playing for the Stanley Cup, they both, no matter who is in the cup, both teams look at the other team and they never want to put them on the power play. They never want to give that team the other chance because they know they are good on the power play. And I just feel like there's no teams that say that about us. I don't think there's any team out there that's like, man, the Flyers power play is so dangerous. We can't put them on the power play. Like I can't imagine any team in a locker room saying that about the Flyers because when you look at the numbers, when you watch them play on TV, they're not consistent enough to have that threat. Now I'm not saying they can't score because at any given time a professional team can score. I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is the guys on our first unit and the guys on our second unit, they don't score consistently enough. That's all I'm saying. Um, but we've had some great plays from a lot of young guys. Like I said, Joel Farabee, Travis Sanheim still coming up. He's still shining. Nolan Patrick, I would like to see Nolan Patrick score a little bit more, get a little bit more assists, but he's very high in the win column for faceoffs, which is great because it's very key. Now, the one player that I'm going to talk about next that is extremely, extremely important to the Flyers. And it's not Coots. Now Coots is, but he's in a different category because the man I'm about to talk about is the key to our success, in my opinion, and that is Ivan Provorov. He is so good. He is one of the best all around, like, smart hockey players when you see him out there on the ice. He knows what to do with the puck. He knows when to pass the puck. He knows how to read breakaways, and he knows how to get back and defend and make sure that the other team doesn't have a breakaway chance. It is so amazing and so much fun to watch him play. Um, Not to say that there's no one else on the team that can't do that, but Prov is one of my favorite on the team when it comes to watching him play and his knowledge about the game. I can't. That's why I have his jersey. But so tonight is, like I said, it's March 9th, 2021, and we are playing the Buffalo Sabres. Now, the Buffalo Sabres are 6-14-3. We are 12-7-3. We just played the Buffalo Sabres not too long ago, and we beat them, which was great. We beat them twice, actually, which was even better. Two shutouts, one for Hart and one for Elliott, if I recall correctly. Um, so hopefully tonight we will be able to do the same. Now tonight, what I'm looking for in tonight's game is I'm looking for some push from our power play. We need crisp passes. We need to get into the zone. We need to get our shots, and we need to take them. We can't just pass, 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 and never shoot. We need to pass, pass, shoot. Shooting creates rebound chances. JVR sits in front of that net. Okay, he sits in front of the net, and I always think to myself, I'm like, how is he supposed to deflect something in? How's he supposed to get a rebound and put it back into the net when no one shoots? No one shoots. You gotta shoot. You gotta shoot. Now I'm not saying you just walk up there and just start smacking the puck around like it's like it's a piñata, But we gotta create these scoring chances, and we gotta capitalize on the scoring chances. There's so many missed opportunities in the Pittsburgh series that just ended where we're not capitalizing on things that I know this team is capable of. This team is capable of making a strong Stanley Cup run, a big playoff push, but they need to get their act together. They need to sharpen up some of the little things. All right, so let's see who's in net tonight. Looks like Hart's going tonight, which I like. We got Robert Hagg as the scratch. We got Andreoff as a scratch, and Tarinsky as a scratch. I did not know Michael Raffle was injured. He's on the injured list. It says his hand. I did not know that. So I do like Raff. Sucks that he's hurt. But it looks like they're pairing up Prove and Myers, Hag and Ghost, Sanheim and Braun. Okay. Whew, Hag and Ghost. That's going to be interesting. It's an interesting combo right there. I don't know how I feel about it, but let's see. Let's look at our forward lineups. We got JVR, Coots, Farabee. Love to see it. Love to see it. We got Hayes, Lawton, and Konechny. Good lineup right there. Lawton's a little. He's a little. He reminds me of an actual ghost because you never really notice that he's out there until he does something. And lately he's been doing a lot of good things. So I like to see him up there with Hayes and TK. And then you got on the third line, you got Claude Giroux, Jake Voracek, and Oscar Lindblom. Interesting. Very interesting. And then you got on your fourth line, you got Nolan Patrick, Nicholas Akubel, and Connor Bunnaman. Now, Connor Bunnaman, he hasn't really made a huge splash in the games that he's played so far this year, but I like his play. He's not bad. I don't mind him on the fourth line. Obviously, Raff would be in there in place of Bunnaman, but he is obviously not going to be playing considering he's on the injured list. So things that I expect out of tonight is um, I want good passes, good crisp passes. I want a good power play push. Defend the net and don't leave your goalie out to dry. Okay. Um, Too many times in the last few games that Carter Hart has played, I feel like our whole team has let him down. Now, I'm not saying all the goals were uh, not on Hart, because there were a few that he let in that were pretty soft, and that sucked. But we can't just let him out to dry like that. It's just he's a young goalie. He needs to get his confidence back. I feel like he's not playing with the confidence that he truly has, and we need to get that back from him because we're going to need him in some of these big games coming up because we have let's see, we have Buffalo, but they snuck Buffalo in there because we had 3 against Pittsburgh, and then we had Washington on Sunday, and then they have Buffalo on Tuesday, but then we have Washington and Washington. Like they just snuck Buffalo in there. Huh. Interesting. But we're gonna need Hart. We're gonna need Hart because we got the Islanders coming up, the Rangers coming up, and then we got the Devils. Like they're all tough teams, and they're all tough. I mean, it's just gonna be tough the rest of the month. And then you got April. April. This is how April's shaping up to look like. We got Boston. We'll finish the series up on Boston early in April, and then we got Pittsburgh, Washington, Rangers, the Devils, and then um, in May we got Pittsburgh and Washington. You know, so all these games are huge. These are huge games. So we can't. I mean, we lost on Sunday. We lost on Saturday. It was a tough weekend for Philadelphia and the Philadelphia Flyers and the Philadelphia Flyers fan base. But we got to get back on the winning streak. I believe we can. I believe we will. I trust in AV. He's a good coach. Um, but yeah, that's how we stand. My prediction for the Buffalo Flyers game uh, on March 9th, 2021, I'm going to say we're going to win 4-2. 4-2. That's my prediction. I'm going to leave you with that. Like I said in the beginning of the video, thank you for joining. All the support is greatly appreciated. Look out for more videos to come. Look out for more content coming your way on the channel. Hit the thumbs up button if you like what you see. Subscribe if you're new. Turn on that bell for notifications. You'll be notified anytime I do a live stream or post a video up on the channel. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next video. Go Flyers.